Cheers!
Welcome to Spirits on the Rocks.
We're sassy, we're spooky, but we're definitely spiritual.
Hey.
We love to have fun here at Spirits on the Rocks, but today's stories do include some themes that could be upsetting for some people and inappropriate for some viewers, including violence and suicide. Please choose wisely.
Take care of yourself.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Ashley.
So how's your week been?
My week's been good. We are in Tech Week
Really?
for the show. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's been good. We had Dress for Dress tonight, and it was good. We had some tech issues at our last rehearsal, so I was feeling really nervous, but we figured it out. Literally, we finished rehearsal tonight, and our director went, "We have a show!"
That's when you know it's good.
Yeah. So it was really good. But also, something funny happened at work that I've been wanting to tell you about this week.
Go on.
So it's just my manager being stupid. So I work in the restaurant industry. So naturally, one of my managers is a full alcoholic. And so, you know, we've been dealing with him, but it does give me job security. Because I'm like, well, if that motherfucker still has a job, I can show up 10 minutes late every day and be okay. So
You don't have to worry so much.
exactly, which is nice. I like having that job security. I don't like that he's an alcoholic, but you know, whatever works.
Does he go to meetings?
He should go to meetings. I don't know that he does, but he should go to meetings.
Alcoholics go to meetings.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he's a drunk.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. That's the difference. That's at least what I tell myself. I'm not an alcoholic. Alcoholics go to meetings.
As we mix our drinks on camera.
Anyway, so I just thought it was funny because the other day our dishwasher was out sick, and
That took me a moment. I was like, do you mean broken? And then I realized it's a person.
that's a guy. Yep, that is a person with that is a job title, dishwasher.
Speaking of that shot.
We're feeling the fantasy. So, our dishwasher called out sick, and so I can't with you. And so the entire
Was this like a brave little toaster situation?
I can't fucking take you anywhere.
In case you wondered if I was born in the 80s. Yes.
There's your proof.
I just picture it. Like the angry vacuum cleaner. I'm not coming in today.
Oh god, that actually. Oh,
That
made me
Macy.
quite dister. That made me quite dister. Hang on. That made me quite. Maybe take a moment.
That made you what?
That made me quite dizzy. Dizzy was the word I was trying to say. For the love of God. I'm not that drunk. Jesus Christ. I got really dizzy and I couldn't speak.
Are
Okay.
you good?
I'm good.
Okay. I would like to say I am not disparaging people who do this for work by suggesting that you could be replaced by a sentient appliance. I am simply saying
People are being replaced by a sentient appliance every day. What are you talking about?
I'm a nurse and I'm going to be replaced by a sentient appliance.
Just give it time. Okay.
You cannot take us
You
anywhere.
can't. All right. Well, I'm going to try and continue my story and see if any of this is usable.
So the dishwasher called out
So
sick.
dishwasher called out sick.
I'm
And,
an adult.
And the entire time, my manager was just like, "Oh, I can't believe I'm a dishwasher. I'm a dishwasher today." But it's like, bitch, you're a manager. Your job is to be the dishwasher. You are any position in that fucking restaurant: dishwasher, server, grill,
Oven.
cook. I gotta go. We gotta cancel the podcast.
You fired.
But yeah, I just
Like you sitting here going, I can't believe I'm not the dishwasher. And all I see in my head, I'm sorry. It reinforced the image I already had of the angry appliance.
well, he was an angry appliance that day because he was an angry dishwasher.
I'm so sorry that I ruined your story.
It's okay, because honestly, the more I thought about it, I was like, wait, this isn't really that funny of a story anyway. This is more just a thing I didn't get a chance to talk to anybody about. I was like, well, no.
Camera therapy.
Yes. So, well.
Oh my God. I
Starting off
literally have
strong.
tears rolling down my face.
Oh boy. So that's my week. How are
So
you? What's going on with you?
Well, my 13-year-old broke his arm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that happened. We had an important life lesson called I am not Lionel Messi. You know, God love him. He was going for it. He was like, I'm gonna try this bicycle kick. And he tried. So he came in, he goes, oh, I broke my arm. I was like, did you though? You probably just, stung that nerve. Because if you're a nurse's kid, like, you're not getting out of going to school or anything like that. Like, we're always like, you're fine. He was not fine. Because after about 15 minutes of having ice on it, it puffed up huge. And he was like, I can't, like, my arm is tingling. And I was like, why don't we get an x-ray just to be safe? So we went over to urgent care, which is literally half a mile from my house, thank God. We went in and the doctor looked at it. She goes, I think he's okay, but let's go do the x-ray. She comes in, she goes, oh, it's broken. I was like,
Oh,
it's broken. She goes, yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, he snapped it right along here. And it's called a green stick fracture. And we learned today, thankfully, that he will not need surgery. But basically, with the green stick fracture, what happens is like half part of the bone bends and the other part cracks. Which is, I know, horrible.
I hated that. Oh.
But the good news is because it's got this part holding it together, like we don't have to set it, we don't have to do surgery or anything like that. He said this is a very common injury. It happens very often in this spot, which I didn't know. Apparently it heals up really well. So he just said, okay, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay, nice.
And then, and so we went about our week and I crashed out at Midas today.
As one does.
Well, here's the thing. I have gone with no AC in my car for a few weeks now, which is terrible.
I went without AC or heating or defroster in my car for like a year. I feel
It
your
sucks.
pain. It is the worst.
It sucks. And we already went, 6 weeks with no AC in my house this week.
Especially where we are in the South, honey.
And it was for us, like, we had no AC in the house with 5 children from, like, the end of July to the end of August, which was horrible. So I was like, okay, this is just the year of broken ACs for us.
Yeah.
But, you can at least roll the windows down. You can function until it rains and it's hot. And then you can't see because your car fogs up, right?
Right.
So I go over and I was like, okay, I just need you to hook it up and check. He goes, oh, yeah, it's going to be $200 to flush the Freon because that's what you have to do to start, to check everything else. Like, okay, fine. That's fine. So we do, we go to start and he goes, wait a minute. It's a 2019? And I said, yeah, I have a 2019 Honda CRV. He goes, oh, let me check. I think you might have the R1234Y Freon. And I in my head, because I've had to recharge it before, I'm like, I do. He goes, well, let me double check because unfortunately, if you have that, it's not going to be 200. It's going to be 800.
Of course.
I was like, okay. And then I was like, I can't really swing that right now. And he's like, oh, it's cool. We have like really easy financing. Cool. I applied for the financing. It doesn't even check your credit. It's like easy financing, right?
Oh, God bless.
It's like one of those. But because my debit card isn't linked to the same account that my paycheck goes into, because I know myself and I don't deposit my paycheck into the account where I might forget a subscription or 5, I couldn't finish it. And I was just like, okay. That is a straw in the camel's back. It's been a horrible year. And he's like, it's okay. I was like, it's not okay. My sister died.
You had it in front of him? Oh no.
Like I started crying. I was like, you don't understand. Like my sister died and I got her 2 kids and I feel like I'm failing every day and I have these 5 kids and my oldest is a senior and my 14-year-old's autistic and her aid isn't working out. And I also on top of this man, this kid break his arm. And I just like kind of came unglued and he's like,
he's like, I don't get paid enough for this shit.
I was like, so when I tell you I'm at the fucking end of my rope, I'm not kidding. I was like, and it's not your fault. I'm not upset with you. This is just the moment that I broke.
Oh, sweet Ashley.
And he goes, ma'am, why don't you come back at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning?
He said, you need to go. I can't handle this right now.
He goes, we'll find a way to make it work. I was like, thank you. I called my husband after all of this and I went, okay, I don't know what mirror I broke, but like, I just can't. And I kind of regaled him with the whole thing. And he goes, well, why don't we just use my name? My paycheck goes where my debit card is. Yes, let's do that. That is an obvious solution to a simple problem.
Hey, sometimes it takes a minute.
So everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
So that was my week.
Boy, oh boy, you've had quite the week.
Oh, every week is quite the week.
Ain't it?
It is. In 2025?
Girl, the year of our Lord.
Oh, I saw someone say today that living through 2025 is like being awake during surgery.
That is the most apt description.
It is. And I can't even talk about current events because I will get so ticked and we will be here for an hour and a half.
Yes, this is not a political podcast.
But we have opinions.
Oh, do we? I think we could use a drink.
I think we could use a fucking drink.
All right.
Absolutely. So, Chris, what are we drinking tonight?
Tonight we are drinking a Cell Block Mango.
Pop. Squish.
But we're popping the lime and we're squishing.
Oh, hey. You know what? I know just what we need.
All right. So.
Did I get everything?
Yeah, it looks good to me.
Okay. So, enlighten me. Teach me a thing.
So.
Also, can we just acknowledge that mixing drinks, this is magic?
100%.
Yeah, all you got to do is stir in some intentions, and baby, you got yourself a spell.
Call me a witch, baby. So.
I've taught him well.
So, this Cell Block Mango is essentially a spicy mango margarita. I like to do 2 slices of jalapeno with the seeds in because I like it spicy.
I do not.
She does not. So we got her little bitch.
Let me rephrase. I like it spicy, but my 40-year-old belly,
Fair enough.
not a fan.
So we've got her one little bitch jalapeno here with no seeds. So that way it's significantly less spicy. But make it to your liking. 2 jalapeno slices, 3.
Don't cancel him because I called it a bitch jalapeno, not him. He's not being like a misogynist.
Oh, yeah.
You're-
Also, gay men use the word bitch as a term of endearment. So fuck off. Okay. So
Yes, you're such a toxic masculine man.
I know. The fucking poster child for toxic masculinity.
You're a regular Andrew Tate.
Right. Well, I mean, Andrew Tate is like
Repressed as
basically
shit.
a power bottom. So anyway, you're going to muddle X amount of jalapeno and your shaker. And I don't have a muddler right now, okay? Don't come for me.
That's not a muddler?
Well, it's like a bar spoon muddler thing, but like a true muddler.
Okay, so like a mortar and pestle situation.
Yeah.
I have that.
Oh.
I'm a witch. Of course I have a mortar and pestle.
Well, we made it this far.
It's fine.
It's fine. So you muddle however much jalapeno you want to use.
Just a little behind the scenes thing. This is our 4th time making this drink tonight.
Oh, yeah. I had to work on this recipe a little bit. Involving one drink that was incredibly spicy that had to be dumped down the sink because it could not be drank.
I didn't even taste that one.
No, yeah.
When
It was-
both y'all's eyes were watering, I was like, the only girl in the room with no Latino blood is not going to try this
Yeah.
drink. I am too white for this shit.
was a process, but we got there. And now this drink is honestly really delicious.
Oh, it is.
So, okay. We're going to do 1 ounce of lime juice, which is about the juice of 1 lime. So, bloop, 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 bloop. We're going to do a 1/2 ounce of simple syrup. Sugar is a flavor enhancer the same way salt is.
Oh, I never thought about it that way.
So
That makes
it's
perfect sense, though.
very useful in the world of bartending.
All these white powders that enhance the flavors.
Yes.
Oh.
We love white powders. Anyway, 1.5 ounces of Reposado tequila. I like Espolón because it's a really decent mid-shelf tequila. It's good and smooth. It still has flavor when you make the drinks with it, so you can still actually taste tequila. Really good.
We actually shot this before we started shoot. Before we shot. Anyway,
If you couldn't tell.
we each took a shot of this tequila, and it was so smooth and enjoyable. Like, I like tequila anyway. It is my drink, but you know, sometimes you shoot tequila and it's not a pleasant experience. This was like I could have sipped it.
As someone who shot a lot of tequila in my early 20s, yes, you can have a bad time with tequila shots. Espolón is one of the few that I will take a room temperature shot of tequila.
And we didn't have lime or salt or anything.
No, we just took it straight to the face. Straight to the face. So, yes.
Oh my.
It has additives or whatever, so if you're a fucking purist, fine. But it's good. I like Espolón. Anyway, so we have that. We're going to do 1/2 ounce of Grand Marnier. I like to make my margaritas with Grand Marnier and not Cointreau because
or triple sec.
Yes, because it's made with cognac. So it has a little bit of like an oaky flavor, and Grand Marnier is pretty sweet. So it also adds a lot of sweetness.
It just has an overall better flavor, in my opinion. I mean, triple sec is like what you use when you're in college.
Yes.
Cointreau is a little more refined, but Grand Marnier is really that pièce de résistance.
We're also going to use not drop our jigger, and get 1.5 ounces of mango nectar.
Spoiler alert, mango nectar, not good on its own. I love mangoes.
Gross.
Was not
On
good.
its own.
Not good.
All
It's
right.
definitely one of those things that needs to be combined
Yes.
to be appreciated.
Which is what we're doing, baby.
Making magic.
I feel like it'd be really good if you mixed it, like if you wanted it virgin, you could mix it with like Mineragua and make like a mango soda.
Oh, yeah,
I was
absolutely.
literally thinking the same thing, or like, or even like, if you mixed it with a San Pellegrino, like with a citrusy, like the blood orange. I don't know, the blood orange might be almost too sweet, but like with maybe the lemon, I just think it would be really lovely.
So oftentimes the virgin version of a margarita is just taking out the alcohol and adding soda water. So you're not far off. We're going to add some ice
High five.
to our shaker. I'd high five you, but my hands are full.
Sorry, I'm high-fiving you psychically.
Thank you. Oh no. I hate tongs. Get in this car. All right. And then we're going to give her a nice shake.
That's exactly why I got the warranty.
Our producer, Robert, got us shock-resistant microphone stands because he knows us.
Too well.
All right. And then, before I pour it into your glass, we're going to rim your glass. Gonna get this cut lime, rub it around the rim for you real nice.
And what are you rimming the glass with?
I'm rimming the glass with tahini because it's mango and tahini, obviously. We go. Give it a quick shake to get off the excess.
I am so excited. This is going to be so good.
Yeah, this honey. And then we are going to double strain anything that has muddled fruit or pepper or anything. You want to double strain. So that way
You don't get any little floaters.
yes, get out the particulates or articulates as I called them the other day.
Yes, you did. And I was like, is that just a drink word? I don't know. He's like, no, I just literally
I just
couldn't say
fucked
the
it up.
word.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna top her off with some ice. And garnish with the lime wheel.
It's almost like you do this professionally.
Right. And there you have it. A cell block mango.
All right. Do you have one for you?
Can you
know
help me
what?
out here?
I got you.
Oh, thank God.
Save you a little trouble.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Perfection.
Ooh.
You are so talented.
I know.
I can't wait for people to download our recipe cards and try this.
Yes.
Yeah, if you if you join our Patreon, we are going to have recipe cards for all of the drinks that Chris makes with cute little Spirit on the Rocks logo and special design. And we will be creating those in a PDF version that'll be coming very soon. So keep an eye out.
So, Ashley, why are we drinking?
Well, tonight we are drinking because theaters do be haunted.
They do.
They do. Even you will admit spooky stuff happens in theaters.
Plus, like, theater people are the most superstitious.
Oh my God. Theater people and baseball players. It is a tight race, man.
There's so many different things of like, you can't give flowers before the show.
Never.
You can't have a peacock feather inside. You can't say Macbeth. You can't. We're in a garage. We're fine.
You just said the Scottish play on camera.
Yeah, we're not in
Our
a.
production.
We're not in a theater. And also, okay. I need to clear the air. Actually,
Hold on. Let me get on my mic real quick and make sure I'm not clipping because I just so I've been getting these shorts, these reels from an actual Scotsman.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know him. He's the guy that always ends with
I know the way.
Yeah, follow me, I know the way.
Kenny.
Yeah.
I love him.
He did a video on exactly why people don't say Macbeth, and it's because of English racism. Woo!
It always goes back
in other
to
words,
racism.
if we want to live our true American lives and say fuck the British, we should say
Macbeth.
Thank you.
Macbeth.
But also,
I have like so much Scottish heritage that I feel like I have to now.
I just need to clear the air here because the way that superstition goes is you can't say the word Macbeth in a theater during a production of Macbeth. That is how that goes. If you are in a production of Macbeth, you can only say it while you're performing the play. Otherwise, you have to refer to it as the Scottish play, according to superstition. But if you're doing a production of fucking Hairspray, whatever the fuck, you can say Macbeth all you want, and it doesn't matter.
Well, I will say the most applicable quote of Shakespeare in this particular moment in history comes from Macbeth.
Okay.
And I say it every time Stephen Miller speaks. Methinks the lady doth protest too much. Moving on. But yes, theaters are haunted. We know this. If you've ever been involved in any kind of theatrical production or community theater or,
Ghost lights. Every theater you know has a ghost light because if you one of the superstitions is if you turn off all the lights in a theater and leave, that it will be haunted. So almost every theater you've ever been to will have, they call it a ghost light, and it's just like one singular light that's like down center usually, and then it's just on.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you all 5 of these theaters.
Okay.
With a little history, little story about the hauntings, and then you're going to tell me from least to most believable. You're going to rank them.
I can do that.
I feel like this one, I know you're super skeptical, but I feel like this one, as a theater kid, maybe there'll be a little bit more of a believer in you.
I mean, I did grow up doing theater, and I did subscribe to most of these superstitions for most of my life. So I am primed to believe these a little more, which means I'm believing shit. Let's go. You ain't gonna get me today.
We'll see. So, world's most haunted theaters. We have to start with one of the most notorious, most haunted theaters, which is the Theatre Royal on Drury Lane in London.
Okay.
Most people
Where the Muffin Man lives.
The Theatre Royal is usually just called Drury Lane, and it's London's oldest working theatre. It was built in 1663 by Thomas Killigrew, and it opened during the Restoration era. Now, what do you know about the Restoration era? Because I found this fascinating.
I know that I learned about the Restoration era in history class. And it was a thing, and that's all I got.
And it happened.
And it happened. I'm sure as you tell me about it, I will remember.
Okay.
It's back in my brain somewhere.
All right. So basically, the Restoration era was the response to the Puritan interregnum. Okay. And the interregnum started with the execution of King Charles I, which was like the Puritans being Puritans and saying like, well, we're just going to clean out the church because it's becoming too Catholic, and they thought that was bad. These are like the OG ultra conservatives, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so during the Puritan interregnum, because they hate fun and joy, they closed all the theaters for like 10 years. And this lasted
Classic.
from 1649 to 1660. And so during that time, it was a ultra conservative government, went through multiple variations that ultimately failed.
I hope that happens today.
I'm just saying, this gives me a little
They all
hope.
fail.
It was only like about 10 years, and it was 10 years of turmoil, but that was also in the 1600s when everything moved very slowly. So hopefully maybe we get through it quicker this time and figure out that this shit literally never works. You may have heard of Oliver Cromwell.
Yes.
Okay, so his revolution ultimately brought about the Restoration. Let me tell you, this theater has been through it. Okay, it's been rebuilt 4 times. It was originally destroyed completely in 1672 by a fire, rebuilt in the same spot 2 years later, almost completely destroyed again by another fire in 1809. The new version opened in 1812, and that is the one that still stands today.
Okay.
It's had a lot of renovations, but it's still the same building. But they've kept that like opulent 18th century decor with the red velvet seats and the ornate chandeliers. Think very Phantom of the Opera, right? But it is said to this day to have like this ghostly chill, which I think is really interesting. Like that's something that patrons consistently say, even when they're there, like in a way that they may not have noticed. So like maybe in like for a matinee, and they would still say it has a ghostly chill. But this place is legendary, has hosted monarchs, revolutions, fires, and like every possible legendary performer you can think of has done something there. So what's really interesting to me about these hauntings is that there are so many of them. It all started with a hidden room.
Hidden room.
A hidden room. So during a renovation some sources say during the 1870s, some say in the 1840s, there was a renovation in which they knocked down a wall and discovered this hidden room. And in that room, they found a human skeleton with a dagger in it.
So were there like any doors?
No, it was completely walled off.
So they just built the theater around this fucking body, basically?
I have no idea. That's the mystery. That's the mystery. There's no record of why this room would be walled off.
Well, there was a fucking dead body in it. That's why it was walled off. They didn't want nobody finding it.
Right. But like, when did that happen? How would you build a whole wall and no one noticed?
Well, maybe when the theater itself was being built, they were like, "Oh shit, we gotta hide this guy."
I mean,
Boop, boop.
that's
That
true.
poor soul either got monster housed or cask of amontillado.
I understood that first reference.
I understood the second. Oh, we bring it all together.
We do.
But yeah, essentially, yes. And so I'm thinking the latter because he was stabbed and then put in there. So
Homeboy got into like an argument or something with the construction people, and they're like, "Fuck you," and killed him. And they're like, "Oh shit, guess we just gotta build around this guy."
I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense. But at any rate, he has become the man in gray, they think.
The man in
The man in gray. The man in gray is the most famous ghost. He is a nobleman in a powdered wig and a tricorn hat, that typical 18th century garb. And he's often seen gliding through like that upper circle of the theater around the proscenium, and he will glide right through walls. All the time. And the actors actually consider his presence a good omen, like for a successful show. He seems more mischievous than ominous, but doesn't really cause any trouble. I think it's really interesting that someone who supposedly was murdered in the theater, you would think this would be an angry presence. It's not. It's actually a very positive presence. So it does make you wonder, why was he killed? What happened?
I don't know.
Are we sure that this is the man that was stabbed? So there's several like specific ghosts, and I want to go.
Scratched my eye earlier, and it kind of burns.
Maybe because you were mumbling
Jalapeno.
jalapenos.
Oh no, I've made a terrible mistake.
So then we have Joseph Grimaldi. Now, he was a beloved clown and pantomime from the Regency era. Well-documented person. Like, he's a real person. We know for a fact he lived. And he's usually seen backstage. And I thought this was so sweet. He is said to comfort nervous performers before they go on, especially first-time performers.
Oh,
I was like, how precious is that?
how?
I don't know. I couldn't find any clarification.
Really?
And I don't know if it's just that maybe he shows up and like smiles and gives them a comforting smile, or they actually have a conversation with him. It kind of makes me think of like in The Sixth Sense when the kid is talking with the lady right before when he's in the dressing room before his school performance.
Definitely have seen that.
And they say, there was a fire that destroyed this theater. And he goes, oh, I know. And she turns and half of her face is burned, but she smiles at him. And he doesn't find it scary. He still finds her comforting. This is the way I see the afterlife. This is the way that I see our relationship with ghosts. Not everyone has that same idea. But so I thought that one was really sweet. Charles Macklin, less sweet.
Okay.
So Charles Macklin was well documented. He was an Irish actor and playwright in like the 1700s. And at one point, he was actually involved in the management of the Theatre Royal. Now, since this was the 1700s, this is before it burned down the second time, is when he was involved. He is most infamous for fatally stabbing another actor over a wig. What a fucking diva.
Over a wig, girl?
You know he wasn't straight.
I mean, odds were already not working in his favor.
So what you're saying is he will wear wigs.
He did wear wigs. He did indeed wear wigs. So he was actually prosecuted for this, but somehow received no sentence, and I could not find clarification on why. Listen, corruption, it just be everywhere. So he is said to haunt the corridors, and he specifically is said to appear to people who are like wandering a little too far into the more ghostly or forbidden parts of the theater.
Okay.
So he's like the bouncer.
He just goes,
He's the If he was a Southern dad, it'd
yeah.
be
Get on here.
get out here. So, but yeah, he's like the bouncer for like the parts of the theater that people aren't supposed to go into, which I find interesting.
I feel like if I haunted a theater, that's what I would do. I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing here?
If you haunted a theater, you'd be like, bitch, it's my turn.
Oh, yeah.
Stop taking my spotlight.
I would. I wouldn't be comforting actors. I would be on stage in front of the audience, honey.
Yes, you would. You'd be
I'd
showing
be
off.
center stage. You just hear, whoa.
We might have that situation later.
Oh.
Oh,
Somebody's jacking my style?
yep. So there are others. Dan Leno was another famous pantomime from the late 1800s. What was it with that era in pantomime. Like, who? Listen, I'm not saying it's not valid art, but I am saying it creeps me the hell out.
There was
Like the old school pantomimes with like the face.
oh yeah, that's something different.
Yeah, and that's the like that era. That's the type. But it was like a big thing. But oof. I mean, it is a valid thing that we use as actors, but it's not necessarily like that old school, like late 1800s, early 1900s pantomime is just very unsettling. It's a whole thing unto itself. And I say this as somebody who went to Trombauer and placed in pantomime.
That's really funny. I mean, the thespians did there was like a pantomime category, and some of the pantomime stuff was like really cool.
Yeah.
It was like group pantomime, and they all like, oh my god, I remember. Never mind, we don't have to go down that road. Continue.
Anyway, yes. There's but anyway, he was very famous for wearing lavender on his person because he was incontinent later in life.
Oh, I thought I was gonna say because he's gay.
Oh, was that like a signal?
I don't know if it is, but I know lavender marriages are a thing.
Oh, well, yeah, I know that, but I didn't know if that came from like a phrase of like, if that phrase came from actually carrying lavender.
No, like, I think it was white carnations used to be like a signifier back in the day. Don't quote
I mean,
me
he was a
on that.
pantomime. How straight could he be?
Honey. I mean, we're talking about theater people, so we're already
Right.
dubious heterosexuality.
I mean,
At
even
best.
if they're straight, they're still a little fruity, right? Like,
Yeah. Hi, Robert.
it's like I don't think I could say that. Never mind.
Say it, you coward.
Just because the wrist bends doesn't mean it strokes dick.
Honey.
So there's also a young girl who is said to have died in one of the fires that destroyed the theater. And she can be heard running up and down the halls, like whispering to people, come play with me, like giggling, that kind of thing. Which again, it's not ominous to me. It's that sweet and a little sad. She doesn't really have a specific name, but she's very well known. So there's an actor, Clive Carter, who was performing as Mr. Salt in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And this was like just a few years ago. So he was in his dressing room, and they had the TV on, and another actor came in and started talking with him, and the TV started changing the channel. And he was like, this is real weird. And this is a direct quote from him. He said, "It happened when we started talking about the Drury Lane ghosts. We got the right channel back, but as soon as we started talking about the ghosts, it happened again." Interesting, right? But yeah, I mean, this is obviously something that continues to this day. It is well documented. There are many performers who've seen it, but more than anything, we get these things like from the staff who close and things like that.
Right.
But even patrons have seen this. This theater, by the way, is still operational to this day under the LW Theaters Group, and they host major West End productions. I actually have a friend who performed there.
Nice.
And y'all may know her. She was Lady Tiang in the production of The King and I, and she performed at the Theatre Royale.
Nice.
But they have their upcoming productions, like right at this moment, they are doing Disney's Hercules,
Nice.
James Bond Concert Spectacular, and Lavoie. The show isn't over. Lavoie from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah. I love her. She's performing there?
Yeah, she has a whole show.
When are we going? Let's go.
Sure. Whoop, whoop. Hey, why don't you hop on Patreon and support us so we can buy a plane ticket and go see this show? So, but that is the Theatre Royale on Drury Lane in London, and it is the most notorious. So obviously, we had to lead in with this one.
Yes.
But I've got more. Don't you worry.
Oh, you didn't see that.
I can turn pages. Oh my God. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the Princess Theatre in Melbourne, Australia. And
Melbourne.
Sorry, let me say that correctly. I said Melbourne, didn't I?
You did, you filthy American.
All right, let me try that again. So the Princess Theatre in Melbourne, Australia opened in 1886. It's one of these, it's the most famous and considered the most beautiful Victorian era theater in Australia. It's that same sort of opulence that you have at like the Drury Lane Theatre.
Opulence. Sorry.
I know. I know. I don't know anything. So anyway, its legend centers around one specific ghost, and it was a death that happened in the theater on the stage.
Okay. I grew up doing theater in this one community theater, Stage West, where someone did die during a production. It sounds terrible, but they were doing choreography and they like got on the floor to like do a roll and then they just never got back up.
It's not funny.
It's not funny, but it's pretty funny.
If you're gonna go.
Right? What a way to go. Oh my god, I do a roll of a part.
How did that go? Hold on, like everybody else is being like, God, move, Craig.
I know.
And they're like, Craig's not breathing.
We gotta call this off. And now I think about it, I do a roll as a part of my choreo. Hope I don't meet that same fate.
Oh, you better knock on some wood right the fuck now. Don't you dare. Don't you
I won't.
dare.
I mean, he like had a heart attack, and last, as far as I'm aware, my heart's doing okay.
I mean, at your age, yeah. You should be fine. This is all revolves around Frederick Baker, who went by the stage name Federici.
Federici, I already love him.
Federici. All right, so he was born Anatoly Frederick Demidov Baker in Florence, the Grand Duchy of Tuscany.
Wait, I can help with his name.
But this does not look to me. This looks Russian.
Oh yeah, that ain't. What's he got going on?
Well, he was born in Italy. Well, it was the Grand Duchy of Tuscany at the time. Whatever. He was the youngest son of Eric Thomas Baker and Georgina Barbara née Crossman. She was the daughter of a clergyman. Dad came from a military family. Federici eventually returned to Britain and served briefly in the army, and then tried to have a life in sort of like public service, and then was like, no, I was born for the theater. You know how it is.
I very much do.
So he worked for a time as a theatrical agent, and he wrote songs, but was eventually discovered for his very rich bass baritone voice, and was known for roles in the Savoy operas written by Gilbert and Sullivan, including The Pirates of Penzance. I am the very model of a modern major general, vegetable and mineral. And I quote the facts historical. I am the very model of a modern. I am the very model of a modern major general. But anyway, he toured the world with roles like in The Mikado, and he toured through Britain, America, and Australia. He collapsed after his final note in Faust in 1888
Okay.
at just 37 years old from heart failure. Isn't that wild?
Was he doing a role?
Yes. Okay, so this is from the official...
Wait, what?
Yes. Yes. It gets better. Okay. I have a quote from the official Gilbert and Sullivan archives. On March 3rd, 1888, at the close of the first night of Gounod's Faust at the Princess Theater, Federici sang his final note as Mephistopheles. And while descending through a trapdoor into the inferno below, collapsed and died of heart failure.
So they were probably like, wow, what a great performance as he like fell into the pits of hell.
You're right.
And then
it has been written that he foretold his death. I will give a fine performance tonight, but it will kill me.
That's weird.
That's wild, right? Others have said that the clergyman officiating at Federici's funeral collapsed, couldn't finish the service, and died the next day himself. And even today, it's believed that Federici's ghost still haunts the Princess Theater. Here's the cool thing. So witnesses reported that as he was descending the stage trapdoor during curtain fall, when the curtains rose again, he was reported to be seen on stage while his body was down under the trapdoor. Other accounts...
His ghost was like, I'm not missing my curtain call.
Right? But there are other accounts that dispute that, but most accounts say that that's what happened. But they keep a seat empty for him at every show to this day.
That's sweet.
Shortly after he died, like strange things started happening at the theater. I have several like actual quotes here. Attending the theater when a fire alarm has sounded, it was a false alarm, one of the firemen attempted to open a sliding section of the roof to let some fresh air in. He was found by his colleagues moments later, huddled in a corner and shaking with fear. As moonlight flooded the theater, the fireman claimed he had seen a figure standing statue-like in the middle of the stage. And the fireman said, "I could see through him, and his eyes, they were like cat's eyes." And that is from Richard Davis's book, Great Australian Ghost Stories. So it's not known when he was first sighted, but it seems like most of the dates are from about 1900. So, maybe 10, 12 years after his death. Accounts of his appearance, quickly escalated, as they do. Night staff, security workers, they would hear odd noises. A lot of them would say they saw a shadowy figure near the stage, things like that. A lot of people who step into the theater, especially at night, feel really strange or uncomfortable. They get goosebumps for no reason, which is supposed to be one of the signs of you're near a spirit.
I mean, theaters are just notoriously creepy places at night.
But they also experience unexplained temperature changes, particularly cold spots. And that is like Ghost 101, right? Audience members have reported odd lights going off during performances. And sometimes these lights are caught on camera, sometimes they're not. Stagehands and artists have also described feeling something brush past them in empty corridors. Some even saw Federici himself and know that that's who they saw. Here's one witness account. A tall figure of a good-looking man in full evening dress, hair slightly graying at the temple, and of stylish appearance. Another one said, "I felt something behind me. It touched my hair and my shoulders and my back, and I was just frozen. I turned around and there was no one there. The theater was closed. I never believed in ghosts before, but I believe in them now." That is Trina Dmowska. She was a cleaner at the Princess Theater. And first of all, can we just talk about Federici? Keep your damn hands to yourself.
I know,
Sir.
Ever hear of the Me Too movement?
No. Maybe that shit would fly in 1888, but it does not fly in 2025.
No, ma'am.
Stop it. So when Trina was interviewed, this was actually on ABC Radio in 2004.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, so that's a direct quote from that broadcast. In recent times, he's usually seen sitting in a chair in the dress circle, and occasionally is seen watching performances. He just really has loved to continue being a part of the theater. That was his whole life.
Yeah.
This theater, the Princess Theater, is operational now under the Mariner Group, and they regularly stage major musicals. They have a lot of tours come through. It's kind of like here where we get Broadway Theater League or whatever.
Right.
So they don't do a lot of local things, but they do a lot of major productions that come through. So the next one, it's not even really the hauntings that are so haunting. It is what happened in this theater.
Okay.
Okay. So this is the Niederlander Theater in Death Alley in Chicago. So this theater it was originally called the Iroquois Theater. Well, racist.
Why is that? Eric, what does that mean?
Iroquois is a tribe in the area.
Oh.
And it wouldn't be racist.
Correction. Iroquois is a nation of multiple tribes of the area.
Right. So, the Iroquois Nation. The Iroquois Nation. You are correct. Thank you, Robert. So the Iroquois Nation is native to that area. And it would be great to honor them by naming this theater, except for, it was built in a time period when they weren't so friendly to folks who didn't look like this.
Classic American history.
Oh.
So last week.
Basically, yes.
Yeah.
This was not necessarily honoring them so much.
What a funk.
As it was, we're just going to steal your name and only let white people in. Not much has changed. So that's, it's, like Chicago, like this week.
Hey, America's gonna America.
Ain't we? But this place was the site of one of America's worst theater disasters. Theatrical disasters. And when I say one of the worst disasters, I mean over 600 people died.
Jesus Christ.
At one time.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh at that. That's just crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of people at one time. In December 1903, there was a fire that occurred at a packed matinee. You want to know the fun part? It was billed as, and I kid you not, quote, absolutely fireproof.
Well, that went to hell in a handbasket, huh?
It's feeling real Titanic.
The ship that
And this
can
is
never sink. What the fuck was it?
the Titanic,
Yeah, I know. I'm making sure I got the unsinkable.
the unsinkable ship. And this was December of 1903, and that was April of 1906. So there was a real hubris running through the American spirit at that time.
What? Hubris in America?
Never.
Never.
Not at all on brand for us. So it opened a month before the fire. 1 month.
1 month? Jesus.
1 month. They had already knew that there were numerous deficiencies in fire readiness, most of which the city officials who were tasked with public safety already knew about.
So they just did it anyway? Wow, we are really getting to the American spirit in this
I'm
story.
telling you, this is the most patriotic story.
Wow.
But the tragedy did result in changes to building codes and improvements.
I would sure fucking hope so.
Yeah, well, that's how we roll, you know? We wait for things to go horribly wrong.
Yes. And then we go, oopsie, these were the changes that we should have had in effect from day one.
And then we're like, well, it's really just because the lawyers said so.
Yeah.
That's the American cycle. But it was rebuilt eventually as the Nederlander Theater. But even then, like the shadows of what happened, like it's all right there. You know, it's very dominant in the landscape over there. So we're going to mostly focus on the details of the fire. They are horrific.
Okay.
The fire broke out at 3:15 p.m. during a matinee performance of Mr. Bluebeard, starring Eddie Foy. Do I know who Eddie Foy is? No. Did I research it? I did not.
I also don't know what Mr. Bluebeard is.
I don't either.
Is that like a play or a musical?
It's a musical. It's a musical. I don't know anything about it, and I did not research it.
A musical.
A musical.
Okay.
May or may not have a recent fond memory of this.
Yes, there might not have been a production of that show that multiple people in this podcast might have been involved in some capacity.
And other people in this podcast just had everything go wrong and could never make it to see you. Moving on. But what happened was a broken arc lamp ignited some muslin curtains, and the stage managers were unable to douse it. So the stagehands tried to lower the safety curtain to contain the fire, but the curtain jammed part of the way down on the catwalk.
Oh.
That they were, like, the catwalk was basically in the way of the fire curtain.
That's insane. That
Why?
is, yeah, why would you put a catwalk there? Why would you not drop the fucking fire curtain as a...
Welcome to America in 1903.
This is America.
Foy was on stage and he tried to calm the crowd. It did precisely nothing. Audience members were like frantically rushing for the exits, and the fire exits were all locked or hidden. No, when they could find them, they were locked, but they couldn't always find them.
This is like a tragedy of errors.
It is. What's really horrifying is that the largest death toll was at the bases of the stairways, and it was not actually from the fire. It was from people being trampled to death and asphyxiated. It was literally like a stampede.
I mean, yeah, hundreds of people trying to escape an active fire.
People died.
And there's no visible exits. Jesus Christ.
Right. Well, and some people actually found the fire escapes and jumped to their deaths. I don't know. How old were you when 9/11 happened?
I was 5.
Okay, so you wouldn't remember.
But actually, I do, because I don't remember this happening on the day. I do remember the day of 9/11. I was a little confused. I didn't quite understand what was happening.
Well, you were 5.
Yeah, I was 5. I just thought it was like a weird drill. And then the next year at school, when they had like a remembrance type deal, I was like, oh, I guess that was a real thing that happened.
Yeah.
Not just a weird drill where we all went home early. But anyway, I watched in 7th grade, I watched like a 9/11 documentary, and they told us about that and actually played the clips where you hear like the bodies falling and hitting the pavement from the people jumping from the towers. And that is a sound that I will never forget.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
I remember watching people jump. I was a little older than you. So I was in my Algebra 2 class, and my principal was quite the alcoholic.
Oh.
Yeah, like I know where he kept his liquor. We all did. It was in the globe in his office. But he gets on the intercom and we're thinking, oh, he's tanked awful early today. And as we listened, we were like, oh my God. Now you got to remember, living in a town where defense contracting, Pentagon involvement is the biggest industry we have here.
Scary.
There were kids who were freaking out when the plane hit the Pentagon because there were kids whose parents were at the Pentagon when that happened.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but I remember watching everything that was happening in the Twin Towers. I remember watching the people jump. And so when I was reading this, that's all I could think about is that level of desperation. I remember feeling it on that day, that level of desperation and fear. And I wasn't even there. I'm watching it.
Right.
I can't fathom being in the towers. And some of them who jumped were parents. That's the thing that kills me.
Yeah.
Like knowing that you are going to die no matter what. And you have to choose what type of suffering you're going to put up with, knowing no matter what you're leaving your kids.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
heartbreaking.
My God. And I imagine that's what a lot of these people were feeling too. I mean, how many people were there because they got a babysitter for the afternoon?
Yeah.
And it's like, I'll be home soon, honey. I mean, that's what gets me as a parent, you know? The most infuriating thing is that there was no fire alarm box, no telephone.
What the fuck? And they called this place the Fireproof fucking theater? What? That
I know.
At least the Titanic had a fucking iceberg that hit them. You can't prepare for that shit. But oh my God, there's so many ways that this could have been prevented. So
It's insane.
That's honestly the most infuriating part of this story is that there could have been so many things they could have done.
Right. Very
would have
basic.
stopped this.
Very basic.
Like the most common sense. Don't have an entire catwalk block your fire curtain. Your fire curtain has one job, and
it apparently did not block the Grand, but it was like the catwalk. It was like from what I could see, it looked like it was just the very edges of the catwalk, but it was just enough because that's where they had the wires. Because there were parts of this performance where people actually did like fly through. They were supposed to be like ferries, and so they had like suspension. But that system, suspension
production
system,
value, Mr. Bluebeard.
right? Well, I should have researched this because now I have questions.
I want to watch a production of this show now. Like,
I know, but is it a cursed production now?
I mean,
Maybe we'll find out in a future episode.
Stay tuned.
So, 575 people were estimated to die the day of the fire.
Jesus Christ.
And dozens died afterwards in the hospital. The vast majority of those that were killed were audience members because out of 300 stage crew,
300? That's a huge ass show.
Right. Well, and that includes the actors, the dancers, the stage-hands, the ushers, all that.
That's still a lot. That's still enormous.
That's huge.
That's
it's like 3 fiddlers.
Yeah. That's
And Fiddler's a huge cast.
How have I never heard anything about this show?
I know. Well, you're focused on the right stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's funny you say that because I was just thinking, like, wow, all I can think about is this production, and meanwhile, 600 people died.
Like 600 people died. But why haven't I heard of this show?
What's going on? Why are there 300 people in the company? Okay.
I feel like I know why this show might be tainted and we don't see it anymore.
Could be. I mean, yeah.
Possible. But the vast majority of people that were killed were audience members because out of that massive production team of 300, only 5 died. 2 of them were female attendants. I don't know what that means, but it's female attendants.
Female attendants. Yeah,
I'm guessing that maybe like they're dressers or stagehands of some sort.
Yeah.
An usher died. And then there was also an aerialist who was the only like actor named Nellie Reed. She was a bit part in the play, but she was a fairy that would fly out over the audience
Oh, was she like stuck in the flies and just?
I could not find that information. I wanted to find out where was she, but I do know that she passed away. And if you can find that information, please put it in the comments because I would like to know. But she was trapped above the stage waiting for her entrance, but I could not figure out I know she was trapped above the stage.
Okay.
And I know she was waiting for but I couldn't find out did she try to repel? Was it that she died because she was trapped because of the flames? Was it that the catwalk broke
Were
under the
the
flames?
ropes that she was attached to, did the ropes catch on fire? And then she just fell to her death?
What happened?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. And I know that that's a micro focus, but I really
Well, apparently I'm all about fucking micro focuses tonight. So
But anyway, she died. She sadly she did die from burns and internal injuries 3 days later. She did. She did.
Okay.
But again, those internal, was it just burns? Did somebody get up there and rescue her? Did she jump? Did she fall?
Yeah.
I have questions. I want to know more about exactly how that happened.
I want to know more about all of this.
I know.
I am very intrigued.
Very invested. So it was an absolutely horrifying event. And thankfully it did result in some changes to building code and some laws. But obviously, as you can imagine, after something that horrific, the area is haunted. And so Death Alley is actually the rear alleyway that runs behind the theater.
So was it called Death Alley before this happened?
No.
Okay.
It got named Death Alley after this happened because people who were trying to get out the exit to the alley. Yeah. Apparently, people can still hear screams. Yeah. See shadowy figures, and they will smell smoke. I can't imagine stepping out and hearing that and smelling that and just being immersed in that sensory experience. That would be very odd. Now, this one actually has a lot of documentation because paranormal investigators and theater staff have thoroughly swept the theater for it. And the cold spots, whispers from invisible victims, those have been recorded. The actual temperature changes have been recorded by paranormal investigators. And
paranormal investigators or
paranormal investigators.
Okay.
I mean, listen, some are better than others, and some have very big shows on Travel Channel.
Oh, clock that.
My name's Zach, and I'm a demonologist, the Mateo Lane.
Oh, yeah. My name is Zach, and I'm...
I can't imagine being like, Mom, Dad, I'm going into demonology. We love you, Mateo.
We love you, Mateo.
We love you, Mateo.
Mateo, I know you're watching.
Paranormal investigators have actually recorded changes in temperature for these cold spots that the theater staff have been reporting for years. And they have audio of the whispers from invisible victims.
Okay, I will be more likely to believe that when it's just an investigator and not a paranormal investigator.
Right, but I mean, you can't. I mean, it's pretty hard to fake change in temperature.
It is. I will give you that.
But for paranormal investigators also have a profit motive.
No, that's kind of what.
So do debunkers because there's still a profit motive there.
Fair. Well, I mean, there's profit motive for doing anything. This podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
profit motive. But
we live in
There was
capitalism.
not. I will say this: there was not a profit motive for the great Randy to absolutely shit all over Brennan Urie. I'm sorry, not Brennan Urie. Uri Geller.
Yuri,
Very different.
One of the
people.
Uri. The other Uri.
But you did bring up a kind of similar point of a paranormal investigator. To me, means that you already kind of have a bias.
So does an investigator who is coming at it from a non-believer's perspective.
No, if you were going at it specifically to disprove things, then yes, everybody has biases.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why the best way to do this is not for an investigator, but an inspector, an actual building code inspector.
And that is true. And so we would now, in order to thoroughly look at this, we would need to look at building inspections. Although I don't know how much I trust them either. Have you seen some of these? Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. That's a dog.
re-investigators and inspectors, I really see what you were saying with like even inspectors and investigators having biases because as someone who
Because as humans, we all do.
well, also, as someone who has worked in the bar and restaurant industry my entire adult life, I have seen some restaurants get some scores on some health inspections that definitely did not need to be that high.
Oh, oh, thank you for telling me that. Sweet nightmares.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nothing ruins restaurants like working in a restaurant. Oh, the nasty things that I have seen.
That's still not going to prevent me from seeking out the Chinese restaurant with the lowest score because you know they're going to have the best food.
Oh, I'm sure the food will taste delicious.
But will you get food poisoning?
It will be worth it.
Whatever floats your boat. All I'm saying is I used to be a manager, so I got certified in food safety, and I have been ruined.
I'm sure. Okay, I will say there's a dude on Quora who is specifically a food safety epidemiologist.
Okay.
And when I tell you, I have that man's profile pinned on my browser because when I'm feeling anxious, I'm like, how safe is this? And he gives you like the incidence rate of this particular thing in this particular setting. I'm like, okay, I feel better.
Okay.
So anyway, there are multiple photos with apparitions, including orbs.
Orbs. I have a hard time with orbs.
Okay.
That's just your camera being weird.
Not necessarily.
An orb showing up in a digital camera to me is the same thing basically as a UFO on like an old film camera where it's just like a weird little black mark and it's like, oh, that's UFO, when it's really just a film camera being a film camera. Like I'm out.
Do you know what qualifies an orb as an orb?
So all I know is I've watched YouTubers get weird pale spots on their cameras and be like, oh, that's an orb, it's haunted ghost, ooh. And I'm like, fuck off.
Well, problem number one, it's just random YouTubers.
Yeah, not me trusting YouTubers for anything.
Don't trust us.
So I used to watch ghost hunting shows with my grandma all the time. And I'm going to second his opinion here that it's like, oh, it's a spirit, it's this. And like, there's lore to like the different colors of orbs. Sweetie, it's just different light bouncing off of
It's
dust.
actually not, because the ones that actually, most of them probably, but the orbs that are considered genuine have actually been evaluated not just by photographers and by experts in film, but by actual physicists who understand exactly how light refracts. That is what sets the orb photos apart. And there are few and far between. And do I know how extensively these have been evaluated? I do not. But I do need to go on record as saying that any photo with a little dot is not an orb. An orb, to be considered an actual orb, there is a process.
That's kind of the problem with like ghost hunting in general, is that it has been greatly diluted by fucking YouTubers basically like making thumbnail face for 30 minutes straight. Just, oh, what's that? Oh.
And the
it's
Travel
like, okay,
Channel.
girl.
And the Travel Channel.
And oh my God,
Channel.
the Travel Channel.
It's been sensationalized to death.
Are you
like most
suggesting
things.
that pseudoscience has a chokehold on Americans?
Yes.
Yeah.
In more ways than one. But that is a different conversation for a different day.
You know who you are.
You know who you are.
Actually,
fucking essential
unfortunately-
oils.
Unfortunately, they don't.
I don't.
They don't realize that they're pseudoscience.
No.
So anyway, so that's what distinguishes an orb, and there is a rhyme or reason to it. I get what you're saying, but there is a distinction between a genuine, what is considered a genuine orb, and what is considered just a lens flare or like a light issue. But anyway, there are some genuine orbs that have been evaluated by professionals with no explanations. The first picture to show an orb is from the day after the fire. It is on old film, and maybe we can put it on screen. This picture is so creepy.
This is not a first, like, do you mean the first orb in recorded history? Or
No.
just the first orb from this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, the first orb associated with this location
Gotcha.
from the day after the fire. And actually, there's another really horrific photo of the mechanism on the door that got jammed that kept people from leaving. All right. So here is the actual photo. And that's from the day after the fire. And you can see that there's some stuff here, which, I mean, could be considered smoke, right?
Right.
But this right here, like right in the middle, not this that looks like a little stain, but this right here has not been. There's somewhere I have to find.
I don't. Can you show it? I can't.
Here, let me see if I can zoom in. Where is it? It may have been up here. Okay, so this isn't an orb, but how creepy is this?
Who's that motherfucker?
I guess it's like a policeman just standing
Policeman,
on the
yeah.
balcony.
Oh, yeah, because there's a couple, like, people in this picture.
Mm-hmm.
So.
So this one, there's supposedly...
Having trouble finding it, are we?
We are. Maybe this isn't the one that had the orb. I don't think this is the one that had the orb. Well, shit.
You're not doing
Now I look like a real asshole.
You said it.
This is the one. It's because the light doesn't bend the way that you would expect it to up against that glass.
That's fair. That just looks like every other orb photo that I've seen.
Yeah.
That looks kind of unremarkable. That could have even, that glass, fine. There could have been a problem with, like, the camera lens itself.
Sure, and
Like,
this is a photo from 1903.
Yeah, so
That's fair. There's more recent photos of orbs.
Yeah, but this one's not going to do it for me. I'm so sorry.
They were behind paywalls, so there's that.
Well, of course they are.
Yeah, because they were included in some. But like, look at this. This is from, we were talking about the catwalk. So apparently right behind here, you see how the catwalk starts over here? Like there's 2 levels to it.
Yeah.
So apparently it came like right up against here because and then they had the, like where the swingy girl with the fairy.
The fly system, you mean? Or the...
Thank you. That was not coming to me. So the fly system was right here. So it was a combination of the fly system and the catwalk.
Okay.
Right back behind this arch that caused the problem. I'm trying to find. Maybe no, this isn't the one that has.
It's okay, because I'm gonna be so honest. Any old picture with an orb in it, it's like those
the
are
ones from
old ass.
1903. I mean,
Those are old ass cameras that had any myriad of problems that could have been happening with the lens or the other camera mechanisms that I don't understand.
And living in a time of AI now, when everything can be faked, it's a little bit. I mean, this does add a new layer of challenge to paranormal research.
Yes.
So, with that said, it is a stop on most Chicago ghost tours, and to be fair, it's a site where horrific tragedy occurred, and the way that people report feeling in this place, I mean, that can't be discounted. Sure, we could say it's psychology and it's just awareness, but people who visit who maybe aren't even aware
Right.
of the history until they're told feel eerie there.
Well, because I do know, like, when I went on a trip to Hawaii growing up, I did go to Pearl Harbor, and like that was a very emotional experience.
Yeah.
Just knowing, you know.
But I think there's a difference between feeling the weight of the loss and feeling as though there is a presence that is actively occupying the space.
That's fair. I'm not sure how much of that could just be like a false equivalency.
It could be, but for someone who doesn't already know the story and they're like, oh, I'm just going to go to this theater, to see
Yeah.
a show, and they have a weird experience. And there's many accounts of that. So I'm saying this one, if there was going to be a place that was haunted, it is haunted at the very least by the history
Yeah, absolutely.
and the ghosts. Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
We are moving on to the New Amsterdam Theater in New York. This one is probably like one of the most interesting. And it's one specific ghost that occupies this space. So
Okay.
the New Amsterdam Theater was built in 1903 for 1903 again for the Ziegfeld Follies.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's one of Broadway's greatest landmarks. It was restored by Disney Theatrical Group in the 1990s. They kept all of its original like Art Nouveau splendor, which
Thank God.
I love Art Nouveau. I saw somebody say the difference between Art Deco and Art Nouveau is the difference between the Mines of Moria and Rivendell.
You lost me at the end.
Okay, the dwarves of Lord of the Rings are Art Deco. The elves are Art Nouveau. And it's so accurate.
Okay, I haven't seen Lord of the Rings, but I do play D&D. So
Okay, so that's actually confirmed. The set designer for Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings actually released his sketchbook as a standalone, thing you can buy, and he actually in that straight up says he used elements from Art Deco for the Dwarven fortresses and elements of Art Nouveau for the Elven cities.
Nice.
I didn't know that was a confirmed thing. I thought it was just somebody on the internet saying, oh. And I kept thinking, that's a actually perfect explanation because that really is how they both look on set.
See, this is why we keep you around, Robert, and all the other stuff you do.
And maybe you're the only one that knows how to work the cameras.
And edit and...
Do all the things.
Yeah.
You're very good at that. So, but this particular theater is haunted by a very particular ghost. Miss Olive Thomas.
I thought you were going to say Olive Ostrovsky. I'm the thick of a production of Spelling Bee. If you know, you know. Anyway.
So Olive Thomas was a Folly star, and she was also the mistress of Florence Ziegfeld.
Okay.
So she was his favorite. She was the very first, she's credited as being the very first pinup girl painted by Alberto Vergas. She posed topless with a rose.
Iconic.
I know, in the early 1900s? What a naughty girl. I love it. Yes, queen.
I'm obsessed with her.
Oh, she gets better and
I
better.
want to be her for Halloween.
That would actually be a really great Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Keep listening. So that painting was hung in Ziegfeld's office. So like there was no questioning if Olive was the favorite. Like she was the darling of the Ziegfeld Follies. But because she was used to being the darling, she's like, I can go make it in Hollywood. So she left the Ziegfeld Follies
Big fish in a small pond.
for Hollywood in 1916. But she did really well. She was in a lot of films. She was featured in The Flapper in the 1920s, which is like an iconic film. And she really established a name for herself. She eventually married Jack Pickford, who was in the industry as well. And while they were on their second honeymoon in Paris, she was in the bathroom at night and he heard her scream, "Oh my God." She had accidentally swallowed a fatal dose of bichloride of mercury.
Oh.
What is bichloride of mercury? I'm so glad you asked. Well,
And how did she accidentally swallow?
good question.
Well, this is the early 1900s, so
is the early
mercury was
1900s.
everywhere.
Well, and not to mention, like, all the bottles looked very similar.
Yeah.
So the bichloride of mercury apparently was blue in France, but not in the U.S.
Okay.
And her husband had syphilis, which she contracted from him. And so this was what was prescribed for his sores from syphilis.
Was mercury.
Bichloride of mercury. Yes, it was a
How
particular
times have changed.
Oh yeah. I don't know if you've seen a bottle of cough syrup from this era, but it is called the Big Nap in a Bottle. Like it is not actually, that's the name I gave it.
Okay.
It's like freaking chloroform and morphine and cannabis. Like those are 3 of the ingredients, and I think there's 5.
No, that tracks because they were using like morphine and cocaine.
Together.
Yeah, for the most part.
Up or downer?
Up or downer, up or downer. Oh, that's a vocal stem. Up or downer, up or downer. Okay.
So there's some speculation. Was it suicide or was it an accident? Because her marriage was already in trouble, right?
Okay.
Now, her husband, Jack, never wavered. He's like, this was an accident. She was terrified. She did not want to die.
Well, of course, the husband would say that.
Right. But he was recounting like her reaction to it was not like someone who had just said, oh, I want to die because she wanted to go to the hospital.
Well, according to him.
Well, I mean, it is documented that she did go to the hospital because that's where she died,
Okay.
like a few days later. Like,
Okay.
she didn't just like take it and like she literally lived for several days in the hospital.
Oh.
Yeah,
ouch.
yeah. It's. We're not going to go into the details there because it's not good.
No, it was bad.
It was real bad. It was big bad. But she now is said to haunt the New Amsterdam Theater, which that was where she got her start. That's where her home sort of was.
Okay, so pause. So she did not die in the New Amsterdam Theater.
No, she did not. She
So
died in
why
Paris.
is it that most of these stories happen with ghosts haunting the places they died, but she is not?
Well, there are so many theories on that. And we can go down that rabbit trail in a whole episode about why people haunt specific places. Some people haunt places that they feel tied to because of a fond memory. Some people haunt places because what's keeping them from crossing over is that they're angry. There's all kinds of theories on that, and we can 100% do a whole episode on that.
Okay.
I would love to. But
It almost sounds to me like the rules for ghosts are the same for the rules for whatever gender Bugs Bunny is at any particular point. And it's whatever is best for the bit. Nothing but love.
you got an hour and a half because I can go into this.
Oh boy.
Not tonight, but later.
She said, "Don't play with me tonight."
You chose to do this show with two skeptics. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Okay.
No. I just know I need to load a few more bullets in my belt before I show up next time. I got you.
Oh God.
Okay, anyway, moving on. She now haunts the New Amsterdam Theater, and she's said to roam the backstage corridors. That she appears as a shadowy woman in the wings, and there are many cold spots on stage, sometimes felt even during performances. And often in the dressing room, there.
Excuse me.
This is the man who doesn't believe in ghosts.
Yes, it's called a
possession.
vocal tick that's been happening for 13. No, God.
So when did that start?
16 years. It started when I was 13. So it's been happening for 16 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Do they know like what started it, or was there anything specific that caused the onset?
So all I know is when I was 13, I kind of got like a case of the hiccups, like a real case of hiccups where they like happen. And then it just like kind of never stopped.
It's almost like your phrenic nerve never fully healed.
Yeah, and that. But one thing I do know is that it has never happened on stage.
So that's really interesting. That's really interesting.
It's never happened, at least during a performance, it's never happened on stage. It happened just the other night during a run through and rehearsal, and we're all like, but yeah, it's never happened on stage during a performance. So
That's a very interesting and very specific vocal tick. That's why I'm going. I wonder if it has a specific to do with like an injury to the phrenic nerve.
maybe, well, because I know there is.
We need a neurologist in the comments.
We do.
Please
Help us. Well, because I know that whenever I'm around a new group of people and it happens, I'm like aware of it, and it happens much, much more often.
Kind of like yawning.
Yes. Not that I'm
Like when you try not to yawn, you yawn.
yes. And it's not like I ever
But it's a real nervous system response. Ah, shit.
Okay. Everybody in this room just yawned except for me. Thank you.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
It's not even like a thing that I try not to do. or even a thing that I'm self-conscious of. I've got every single reaction under the sun imaginable. It's been happening for 13 years. But just the fact that I know that it's being perceived by a new group of people, I do it much more often. Or sometimes it happens a lot more often after I eat something. So I think it might be partially psychological, partially gastrointestinal. Not entirely sure, but it's been happening for 13 years, so I'm just living with it.
No, I wasn't trying to be a dick about it. I was trying to make a cheap joke at your expense. Sorry.
It's fine. I didn't think you were trying to be a dick about it at all.
Okay, good.
I just figured,
I'm never trying to be a dick.
I know.
Sometimes it just happens.
Sometimes it just happens. It happens to the best of us. I also just kind of thought it was a good opportunity for me to explain on camera what's
Yeah, sure,
going
that you
on.
have the vocal
So
cords.
people in the comments aren't dicks about it.
Oh, they'll still be dicks.
Well, they'll always be dicks, but, there's only so much
That's
you
all
can
right.
do.
Go ahead and drive our engagement. We don't care.
Yeah, no, fucking comment. Let's get it.
So back to Olive. A lot of times, actors will hear giggling in the dressing rooms. And
That's just, sorry, that's just a normal theater production.
right. Well, like when they're alone.
Okay,
Like when somebody
gotcha.
runs in there to get something. And she appears holding a blue bottle of poison.
Blue.
A blue bottle. And she's known to flirt playfully with male staff members.
That's what I would do if I was a ghost.
100%, yeah. And then today, there's a really cool tradition. So there's a big picture of her like coming into the theater. So each night of a production, all of the cast, all of the staff, everybody will come in and say, "Good night, Olive," and they'll blow her a kiss.
Oh, that's sweet.
And that's supposed to like ensure that they have a great performance with no issues. Is sort of a good luck thing to blow Olive a kiss.
Well, we do know, as we talked about at the top of this episode, we do know that theater people love a good superstition.
Oh, they do. Theater people and baseball players. I'm telling you. So in 1997, while they were actually renovating this theater, there was a guard who. Are you good?
I'm good. I just got my tailbone.
Yeah. I know. This is not the most comfortable couch in the world.
Okay, that's better.
It's not even a remotely comfortable couch, but that's okay.
It's okay. It's cute.
It is cute. She cute, but she'll hurt your butt. Hey.
My kind of woman.
Hey!
So in 1997, they were renovating the theater when a security guard who was working for the Disney company was doing his sweep. And he got to the stage and he swept the flashlight across and he saw a woman in a white beaded gown with a green sash walk across the stage. She stopped in the middle, blew him a kiss, and then walked to the other side of the stage and disappeared. And this specific phenomenon has been reported multiple times. She is very often seen in this white beaded gown. That's like kind of like her iconic look. And it's so iconic that I do believe it is like people dress up as her like for Halloween, like there's costumes of Olive Thomas. And she's very much like, I love that she loved being like a star and being a pinup girl, and in the afterlife she still has that same reputation. People still love her.
So yes, I will be dressing up for her as Halloween. There is nothing a gay man loves more than an extremely specifically niche Halloween costume that no one will understand.
I love this for you. I love this for you. So Olive Thomas it is.
Olive Thomas, Olive
I get you
Ostrowski.
the flapper girl. Yes, absolutely. She was beautiful.
It does sound like she's much more wholesome than I think it was the gentleman who haunts the Princess Theater. You said,
Oh yeah. Federici.
yeah, Federici. Because he's the guy who's like the womanizer. He's like
Grabbing
constant-
booties?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he do be grabbing booties, Federici.
Get your shit together.
He needs to learn something from Olive about
He does.
respect.
You can,
Olive would not put up with his nonsense. I believe that.
you can flirt with people respectfully.
I feel like she's a very respectful flirt.
Good for her.
But she was fine with posing topless and being like, enjoy.
Love that.
I love that. She owned her own body. Don't nobody own it. Today, the New Amsterdam Theater is an active Broadway theater owned by the Disney Theatrical Group and Disney Theatrical Productions. I want to get that right. Don't come after me, Disney lawyers. And right now they're hosting a run of Aladdin on Broadway. Yes. Previous shows included the iconic Lion King and Mary Poppins. So that is the New Amsterdam Theater in New York.
Okay.
We have one more.
Last story.
So excited for this one. We are back in New York, baby.
New York, a hell of a town. We're done. Anyway.
Let's copyright run out on that one. So
That's a pretty old song.
we are going to the iconic Palace Theater.
The Palace.
The Palace.
Mama, something, Liza Minnelli, The Palace. You get it. Okay.
Yes. Actually. So it opened in 1913, and it was once the crown jewel of vaudeville. Like, this was the place to do vaudeville acts. It has hosted performers, everything ranging from Houdini to Judy Garland. Around the time of the Great Depression, vaudeville kind of like died out because radio and film took over. And so by 1932, they actually converted the Palace Theater into a cinema and renamed the RKO Palace. They still staged sort of sporadic reviews over the next few decades, including a couple of attempts to kind of like bring vaudeville back, but it just never really caught hold again. They had tons of stars that would do reviews there. Frank Sinatra, Danny Kaye, Harry Belafonte, and of course,
Elijah.
Judy Garland.
Oh, well, why
Her mama.
Her mama.
Her mama. Her final New York performances happened at that theater in 1967.
Wait, sorry, I zoned out for a little bit. Her final or like one of her final performances?
Her final New York performances
Okay, gotcha.
were at the Palace Theater. In 1965, the Nederlander organization purchased the Palace from RKO Theaters and reopened the Playhouse with shows like La Cage aux Folles and Sweet Charity, which both premiered at the Palace,
Really?
actually. But where have we heard Nederlander before?
Somewhere.
Iroquois. That's what the Iroquois Theater was renamed to.
Shit.
Yeah.
So were they affiliated or are
It's
they
the
just...
same company that owns both theaters.
Okay, gotcha.
So, but there's like a running circuit from like New York to Chicago through the tour circuit, because it's really pretty easy to go from one to the other. So
Yes, one of my favorite Broadway people on TikTok / the internet right now, JJ Neiman, has been doing a lot of Broadway shows and is currently doing Catch Me If You Can in Chicago.
Oh,
So,
I want to see that one.
me too.
It looks really good. It looks very funny. So during the 80s, a towering hotel was built on top of the theater. It's now a DoubleTree Suites. Not a exciting like niche. Just a DoubleTree. It's just a DoubleTree. Use your Hilton points. So the facade now is almost entirely covered by billboards, and the only thing you can really see of the original building is the marquee. So after a century, it's home to numerous ghost stories from generations of iconic performers. So it's got a few notable hauntings.
Okay.
Okay. Of over the 100 ghosts said to haunt this building, one of them is Luis Borsellino. He was an acrobat and tightrope walker. And different versions of the story say that basically he fell to his death during a performance, right? Stagehands claimed, quote, "When the theater's empty, his ghost can be seen swinging from the rafters." And, quote, "He lets out a blood-curdling scream, then reenacts his final nosedive."
You better work. He's bringing the drama.
I love me a diva. I'm just saying.
Yes.
This man is a drama queen. Other sources have seen him tightrope walking from the house left box up to the mezzanine. And a New York Times article in 1935 seemed to kind of dispute that I don't know that it said it seemingly disputed it. They reported that after the accident where he fell that he was badly hurt. They didn't mention that he died, but that may have been before he actually succumbed to his injuries in the hospital.
Okay.
We don't know. That one's not. It's gray area. It's gray area. But in addition to Luis, there is a cellist in white that can be seen down in the orchestra pit. There's a little boy that plays in the balcony, and there's just so many reports of unexplained footsteps, flickering lights long after shows end. Most of the staff do not like to be there alone, so they almost never have one person lock up, which is also just a good safety measure.
Yeah, no matter where you are, haunted or not,
Yeah.
look out for yourself.
Yeah, just be safe. Be safe. Power in numbers. There is also a sad little girl who looks down from the balcony. That one breaks my heart. A man in a brown suit who walks quickly past the open office doors at night, and they'll just see the light flicker as he walks past. And there's a boy who rolls a truck in the landing behind the mezzanine.
Who rolls?
Rolls this little toy truck.
Oh, toy truck. Okay. I was picturing something very different.
What were you picturing?
I was just picturing like a giant truck, just like
Barreling through
that's the word.
with like a toddler driving it.
Yes. And I was quite confused. I was like, what's
So
going on
the
there?
average Cybertruck owner.
Hey!
Oh.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, Robert's throwing shade tonight.
I'm here for it.
Keep it over there. Don't throw it my way.
I welcome it.
All right. So the last ghost is the best ghost of the whole night.
Oh, okay.
It is the one, the only, Judy Garland.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Judy Garland is said. Yes, I know. Take all the time you need.
No, I need to hear more. Let's get it. I need to know.
So Judy performed 3 times in the 50s at the Palace Theater, one of which was actually a 19-week run. And she always famously referred to the Palace as her home. She loved performing there. She loved being there. Well, during the 2018 renovation of the theater, staff heard her humming Over the Rainbow coming from the sealed auditorium along with flickering lights. There was no way to access it because it was completely sealed off during the renovation.
Shoot, dude. Oh, Judy.
They say that her presence is felt near a door that was built especially for her at the rear of the orchestra.
Can we do a field trip there? I want to feel Judy's presence.
I do too. Usher's crew and nighttime security guards have reported seeing her pace stage left, right where she used to wait for her entrance. And this is like a common occurrence.
Really?
This is like a nightly thing that they see. Well, I wouldn't say nightly, but it's very, very common. And lots of people have seen it. And sometimes people will say, okay, there's somebody over there and there shouldn't be anybody over there. And they're like, oh, it's Judy. Isn't that darling?
I want to believe that specifically because it's Judy Garland.
Right.
Like,
You know what it makes me think of?
what?
From Will and Grace when he goes, what have I taught you? And he goes, Judy, Liza, Barbara, Bet. These are names I shan't forget.
Correct. Correct.
But yeah, I mean, it's Judy Garland. It's the queen.
That I'm choosing to believe that only because it's Judy Garland.
It's Judy.
If it was almost anybody else, I would sit here and be a bitch and poke a hole in it.
Well, you haven't done that tonight.
No, me? Never.
Wow.
But because it's Judy Garland, I will choose to believe it. And if that makes me biased, then fine.
Well, we can't go right now because it is currently under renovation.
A little B&E never. Just kidding.
Right.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
It'll be what?
I was like, a little B&E never stopped anybody. But
no,
yeah.
No.
Hypothetically, of course.
Yes, hypothetically, I would. Please.
I can't go to jail. I have too many children to feed. But it is slated to reopen. I could not find a clear date when they expect it to reopen because it's renovation in New York City. So God knows. Could be next year, could be 2 years from now, 3 years, who knows. But they do plan to reopen, but at the moment you can't visit because it is slated for renovation. So I really hope they include lots of honors to her.
They fucking better. It's Judy Garland.
It's Judy Garland. That one I had to say for last because I knew that Judy would get you.
Yeah. And let me be very clear. I'm not saying I believe in ghosts. I'm saying I believe in Judy Garland. Thank you very much. I need to make that very clear.
That's it. That's the clip. That's the clip. I'm not saying I believe in ghosts, but I do believe in Judy Garland. So tonight we had these 5 stories.
Yes.
Just to recap, we had the Theatre Royale in London on Drury Lane, the most haunted theater in the world, and we had the man in gray with the tricorn hat, and who was famously thought to be the body that they found in the hidden room. And we had several other ghosts there. We had Joseph Grimaldi the clown. We had what's his name? Charles Macklin, the diva who killed somebody over a freaking wig. Like, the Irish,
girl.
yeah. So that's the Theatre Royale in London. Then we had the Princess Theatre, which was Federici
Yes.
in Melbourne, Australia. And he was the one that fell to his death after he sang his final note of Faust and descended into the Inferno, which is so iconic.
Yeah, that's really fucking
That's
good.
possibly my out of all of them tonight. Like, we had some good ones. That might be my favorite because it's just so damn dramatic.
And he did not miss his curtain call.
He did not, and it was so on brand for Federici.
Oh yeah, you can't have a name like Federici and not
Even
die
though
in the
his original name was like somehow oddly like
Russian.
Russian, yeah.
Even though he's Italiano.
I got nothing. But his last name was Baker,
Yes.
and he was a very model of a modern major general. Something, 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 and I quote the facts historical. Something, 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 something categorical.
Categorical.
Categorical. So, and then we had the Nederlander Theater / the Iroquois Theater / Death Alley in Chicago with the horrific fire that 100% could have been prevented.
In so many ways.
In so many ways. No reason 600 plus people had to die. And so, we had that horrific tragedy with people hearing screams and smelling smoke and seeing shadows in the back alley where people tried to escape. Pretty compelling stuff.
Yeah.
But then you didn't believe the orb picture, which is fine because it was from 1903 and I couldn't find an updated one.
Yeah.
And that's on me.
And also, like, people scream in alleys.
Yeah. Well,
That shit goes down in alleys.
I was about to say, but that's a whole different set of horrors.
More real life horrors of what happens in alleys.
Yeah.
But,
And I do believe that some of those reports of screams have concluded with police reports where they haven't found anything.
Okay.
But I couldn't find confirmation.
Also, not trusting the police to do their job correctly and find something.
That part. So, that's the Nederlander Theater. Then we have the New Amsterdam Theater with your girl, Olive Thomas.
Olive, yes.
The flapper girl, the pinup girl, the icon, who everyone still bids a good evening to when they come in and blow her a kiss.
I love that.
Let's blow a kiss to Olive. That's for you, Olive. And then finally, of course,
Mama Judy.
the Palace Theater with Judy.
There's all
Judy Garland.
There's all those other ghosts and everything. And no offense, I do not give a shit. That is allegedly where the ghost of Judy Garland resides, and
That's all you care about.
I don't care. So hey, what am I tonight? Because when we were talking about the one production, and that's all I could talk about. Specific focus or whatever.
Your hyper focus, your niche focus.
My niche, yeah. Something that we said earlier. I'm focusing on very specific aspects of these stories for no good goddamn reason. But okay, so now comes the part where I rank these stories from least believable to most believable. So, coming in at the least believable story to me,
I think I already know.
Federici.
Really?
Yes. That is just one guy who died, and fucking I've been in been in theaters before, there's all sorts of people just walking around going, whoa, you know, at random times of night. People you might not have known that were in the building.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
that's just the least believable, in my opinion. Coming up next is Death Valley.
Really?
Yes. Oh, I'm surprised by your reaction here.
Well, no, just because of the intensity of the event that happened.
So the intensity of the event that happened, 100%. And I do, you know, what happened there was
Horrific.
And, you know, that's something I'm sure you would feel if you went there. It's just the accounts of what happened, like the accounts of what happened afterwards, of like, you know, hearing things in the alley and everything like that. And I'm not gonna lie, the picture of the orb did knock that down for me.
That's fair.
Because
that's fair.
But
I mean, it is from a camera in 1903.
Yes.
So there's that. And I will say this too. I think that for me, I could understand actually how that one would be less believable because there is so much that can play on the human psyche
100%.
as far as your experience with a haunting.
Yes. Your brain is very powerful, as are your memories.
And you're already primed if you walk in and you know something horrible happened there.
Yes, exactly.
You're already primed for a haunting. I tend to believe that, this is personal belief, I tend to believe the stories where people go back where they wanted to be rather than them being tied to where the trauma is. Those tend to be the most believable to me because they have the least play on our emotional vulnerabilities.
Yeah. I can see that. But yes, so just the way the hauntings were described to me in that story just don't really.
Yeah. I feel like there wasn't a great case for them. I'll give you that.
So next, our third, right in the middle, I'm going to say Miss Olive.
Olive.
Hey, Olive, don't think I'm distracted. Okay.
She's such an icon.
She is. I want to be for Halloween. I love her. I'm going to carry around a little bottle of blue liquid with me.
I feel like we might have to post that on the socials.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But, you know, and generally speaking, this applies to all the stories. You're in a theater. There are people walking around in costumes. You know, could be.
But not in the middle of the night.
Not in the middle of the night. But due to the fact that it was just one person.
Oh, no, that's just like the one account that we got.
Yeah, that was the one account. No, I mean the one person who died.
Oh, okay.
Not
like multiple hauntings.
Not like generations of history going into it. Olive being just the one person who died kind of puts her right there for me.
Gotcha. Power in numbers for you.
Yes, power in numbers. Except unless there's unless
600 people died.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, so that makes the second most believable for me the first story.
Drury Lane.
Drury
I
Lane.
knew you were going to say that for a second.
Well, because we knew that we won't get there yet, but we know why number one is number one for me. So Drury Lane, just because there is that history. And, you know,
long established history.
And so many accounts of people seeing things. Again, weird noises and strange people where they shouldn't be are kind of commonplace in a theater. Theaters have all sorts of strange things happening in them.
I mean, true. But the TV changing channel, pretty specific.
That is pretty specific. But, you know, there's all sorts of glitches and coincidences that happen every day with TVs changing channels the way they're not supposed to.
They do at my house all the time because there's always someone sitting on the goddamn remote.
So, yeah, I guess I'll put that for number 2. And number 1 is, I don't even know what it's called, but it's Judy Garland. And because Judy Garland...
Alice Theater.
No further questions at this time.
It's Judy Garland, baby.
Judy Garland. That might be the dumbest reason for putting it number 1, and I do not care. I make the ranking, not you.
I don't totally disagree with your list.
Yeah.
I would say that Drury Lane has, I think, the most. I would have probably put it at number 1 just from believability, just because of the depth of the history and how well recorded it is. But how can you not put Judy at the top?
From an objective standpoint, yes, I would probably put Drury.
He didn't mean it, Judy.
I didn't, please. So, but yes, that said, Judy's still number 1 because Judy will always be number 1.
Yes, she has our hearts. Overall, I will say that theaters, as a rule, almost every theater has some sort of ghost, though.
Every theater has some sort of ghost stories.
Or ghost.
The theater that I'm doing spelling bee in right now is allegedly haunted. Haven't seen any proof for myself. Haven't had any experiences there. But
well, the AD is in a mutual group chat of all of our friends and mentioned that there was a ghost. And immediately I thought,
I know you did.
I got very excited. I thought maybe a field trip is in order.
Maybe it is.
There is another local theater that I work in for work. I don't get paid. Actually, yeah, I do for this one. But for improv, the theater that we use, there is a ghost there, and I believe the name is Charlie. And
why is it always Charlie?
I don't know. But overall, I mean, I think that theatrical locations being haunted it's almost a cliche.
Yeah.
But there are some that are a little more haunted than others.
As we have seen, or at least,
Talked about.
And heard some shoddy stories about. Just kidding.
So do you have any final thoughts to give everybody?
I love you, Judy Garland.
I derailed this whole thing by including Judy.
and all you have to do to make a story believable is work her in somehow, and you got me. So.
Judy Liza Barbara Beth.
Yeah, exactly.
I got it. It's Vivian Lee. How can a person not know that? Throwback to Will and Grace. I do think that overall, like, this one was really fun. I enjoyed it.
It was really fun.
Now, upcoming shows, I would love to see some suggestions. If you have a show suggestion for us, you can always put it in the comments. We love that. Or you could email us, spiritsontherockspod@gmail.com. That's what we're using at the moment. We have a lot of really exciting stuff coming up. We will be launching a Patreon in the next few weeks. Initially, that's not going to be a paid subscription, but it will be sooner or later. And those who get in early just might get some extra goodies.
Extra goodies.
Just saying. All right, Chris, where can they find us on socials?
You can find us at Spirits on the Rocks on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. That's at Spirits on the Rocks. Name of our pod. Cute and simple.
Simple, easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
Let you know exactly what we're about.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into our first episode of Spirits on the Rocks. We are so excited to have you here. And if you are here with us on episode 1, that means you're pretty fucking special because you are here for the start of something very new and exciting. So thank you for joining us on this journey. You're going to watch us grow. And,
And you have great taste.
And you do. When it's right, okay?
I'm just saying.
So, again, thank you so much for watching and or listening, and we'll see you next week.
Cheers.